Released a couple of weeks before Avengers Endgame, David F. Sandberg's Shazam felt like the statistical mean of superhero cinema in 2019. Buoyed by a strong second act that played as a comic book riff on the movie Big, it descended into an interminable computer-generated slog in its final act, making it perhaps the only DC film to average out to, guess it's okay. Appropriately enough, the sequel, Fury of the Gods, feels like the statistical mean of superhero cinema in 2023. Although it retains some of the humor and charm of the original, it's weighed down by muddied stakes, messy thematics, and a veritable storm of cliches in the place where a plot would normally fit. While not the worst superhero film of the year to date, gee, I wonder what I could possibly be referencing there, Fury of the Gods averages out to significantly less than fine. The movie suffers from a common problem with modern superhero sequels. Having burnt through all of the arc in the original film, and having turned most of the supporting cast into superheroes, there are no real human stakes left. More than that, there's no clear direction for the central character. Instead, there's a mess of vague competing ideas about what Billy's journey is supposed to be here. Is Billy too controlling and too domineering of his siblings? In an inversion of the original's hook of putting a kid in a superhero's body, has superheroing forced Billy to grow up too soon? Is Billy suffering from imposter syndrome? Does Billy need to learn to take responsibility for his actions? Any one of those arcs would be an interesting direction for the character. In fact, it's probably not impossible for a stronger movie to find a way to intersect those themes and weave them through a coherent narrative in a way that makes the resulting movie stronger. Unfortunately, Fury of the Gods doesn't have themes, it just has collections of setups and payoffs that don't move in a clear, unified direction. The villains are a problem here. In stronger superhero movies, including the first Shazam, villains serve as mirrors to the hero's thematic journey. One of the big problems with Fury of the Gods is that it has a set of very generic villains played by a set of very overqualified performers. They're trying to reconnect with their absent parents, to reclaim their heritage and the power of Zeus. That mirrors Billy's arc, but from the first film, his attempts to reconnect with a mother who abandoned him. It doesn't meaningfully resonate with Billy's character journey in the sequel. It's a problem that's compounded by a script that just cycles through a set of familiar blockbuster cliches, confusing things happening on screen for a story unfolding. Let's just do a lightning round of the cliches that power the movie in place of a story. That was a pun. I know it's shocking. Don't worry, I'll hold for thundering applause. Anyway, we have Heroes with Bad Publicity, a second act that hinges on a villain wanting to be captured. Helen Mirren
wanted to be caught.
The computer-generated warping of scenery as a set piece, an attempt by an ancient and dead mythical world to colonize and override our own. Dated pop culture references.
Hey, Khaleesi!
Character twists and cameos that were spoiled in the marketing materials. A heroic sacrifice from a character that leads to their death, leading to a funeral, and their immediate resurrection because, well, what even are stakes? It's exhausting. To give the movie credit, Sandberg does the best that he can with the material that he has, maintaining a light and playful touch that's never too self-serious. There are some funny jokes here, including an extended riff on one of the more egregious moments from the original film. The cast is largely likable, and the movie benefits from tightening rather than expanding its focus as it races towards the climax. It also gives Djimon Hounsou more material to play, and that is always a good move. Still, even allowing for all of this, Fury of the Gods can't capture the magic that defines the best of the superhero genre. Shazam! Fury of the Gods is released in cinemas now.